Hit and run. Bernard Gilkey and Mark Whitten pull off the miss and run. Joe Torre is not pleased, right, Joe? Bottom six, 1-0 Expos. 2-men aboard. Will Cordero to third. Todd Zeal boots it. Larry Walker scores 2-0 Expos. Top of the seventh, Mark Whitten against Butch Henry. I think he got all of it, Keith. And then some. Still in the seventh, 2-men aboard, and Mel Rojas, he gets Luis Alicea. The Expos get out of a jam. So they bring in John Wetland. Nearly unhittable the last month. Oops. 2 outs, a chance to save the game, and Geronimo Pena sends it into extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, Marquise Grissom against Rich Rodriguez. He's going to test Gerald Young. Gerald Young draws a beat on it, can't come up with it. Grissom continues to run. He's at second when Young gets the ball. He's at third when the relay man gets the ball. He is at home with the game-winning run. And the Expos pick up the victory by the final of 3-2. They've won 12 of their last 13. Grissom goes 2 for 4, including the inside-the-park home run. Fletcher goes 2 for 4 with the RBI.
They pick up guys like Shaw and Scott and Henry and Facero and Kenny Hill. He's turned all these guys around. And the center sends Gerald Young back. He misread it. It's off his glove. Grissom will head to third. He might circle the bases. Here comes Marquise. The throw by Pena. Safe, and the Expos win 3-2. On a misplayed ball in center by Gerald Young. That should have been the first out. Instead, the game is over.
Joe, even after he misplayed it by not going back and coming in a little bit, watch. He still recovered well enough. He still recovers well enough, and it hits right in the middle of his glove that he should have been out there. So there's 1, 2 times. Then he misses it here for a third mistake. And Marquise Grissom, he has flat out blazing speed, a real gutsy move to send him all the way home. And easily he does score the winning run. And these Expos will not be denied.
It's an inside-the-park home run for Grissom. No error on the play. Three-one pitch, runner going, and Barry pops it into right. Pretty well hit at the wall. Langford, gone. 2-run home run, Barry. Number 9, 2-0 Montreal. Langford running. Zeal hits it deep to left. That might tie it if it's fair. It is a home run, and we're tied at 2. There it is, and the fly ball to center sends Langford back over his head, off the wall. 2-run score, and it's 4-2 Montreal, and that's the last time I call a pitch.
And you could tie it right here, but he just gets a run home with a single right over Hill's noggin. Now that's the way to play baseball. The guy hits you, the next time up you send a line drive right past his earlobe. I mean,
3-2 pitch. That's well hit to left center. Might get out at the wall. It is gone. 5-3 Montreal. Number 20 for Moises Alou.
There's his 3 hits.
He's strong. He is strong.
I'm going to tell you something. The way he's built, he's going to get stronger. That head out in front of the plate and just drives it, pops the wrist, arms extended, so he has the leverage to hit it over the wall.
A 20 home run season for Moises Alou. That'll score a run. Lansing, they'll try to get the out at first. Wetland over to cover. 2 out. And the tying run is 90 feet away after Whitten makes it a 5-4 game. 0-1 pitch into right field. Alou is there, and the Expos win. 5-4 is the final. And the Expos have won 13 of their last 14, and now they're on a pace to win 110 games.
That's quite an accomplishment, and right now they have the best record in baseball. And Felipe Alou has his young troops really charged for however long the season will last.
A 4.5 game lead over second place Atlanta. 5-4 the final tonight. Back to wrap it up in a moment.
Defying gravity, let's sort of clear up what happened. A turn of events there. Will Cordero and Cliff Floyd. This is what happened. Floyd is the bigger guy, and he says, Will, you're just a shortstop. You're going down. Bottom of the first, Montreal led it 2-0. Runners on the corners, and the Expos with a delayed double steal. Will Cordero taken out at second, but Larry Walker breaks from third and scores standing up. It's 3-0 Montreal. Torrey says, you know, that only is supposed to happen in Little League. It doesn't. It happens in the bigs, Joey. Bottom of the fifth, 4-0 Spos. Sean Berry, Ray Langford giving chase, and he just runs out of room. You can't scale that big wall at Olympic Stadium. 5-0 Montreal. They did win it all. In fact, they won their 6th in a row and 14th in their last 15 games. Montreal taking it 8-3. Felipe Alou not on the bench tonight. He was attending his father's funeral.
You always wondered, right? There it is. Top of the second, Bernard Gilkey with a little excitement hits the grounder to deep second base. Mike Lansing, great throw, and they get Gilkey. Wasn't even close. Bottom of the fifth, the Expos threatening against Bob Tewksbury, who's been torched the last few times out. Sean Berry is up, the low ground camera. Then Tewksbury starts the double play, or gets one of 16 ground ball outs. 5-4-3 if you're scoring at home or if you're alone. Top of the sixth, Mark Whitten against Kirk Reeder. Hit the ball real hard. Forget it, Moise. Cuts the lead to 3-1. Bottom of the seventh, Tewksbury pitching to Larry Walker. And he hits this one real hard and then takes off at full speed. First of 2 in the game, cuts the lead. And then in the top of the ninth, Todd Zeile is up with the bases full, and that would be then a grand slam. 17th of the year, the Cardinals win 7-3. The 6-game win streak is over.
Fastball right through Batiste. 2 runs are going to score. That'll bring out the Boo Birds. Montreal 2, Phillies nothing.
Mistake you made on the pitch before that you over adjust.
Ooh, here's a slam too. Over the head of Longmire. It's going to score White. Alou will settle for a single here, but the Expos take a 3-0 lead. Here's a ball hit to the alley in right center field. Let's see where Alou winds up on this one. He's being sent around third base. Walker gets an RBI double to make it 4-0 Expos.
Go back there with him.
Line drive double play. How about that? Got him. So he came back and took the trip with the Phillies and wound up winning the home run hitting contest. He strikes out off balance. Called third strike. That's the 3rd consecutive strikeout for Martinez. He has 8 for the ball game. Struck him out. Wetland fans John Kruk. Fly ball should end the ball game. Lansing is there, and that takes care of it. And the Phillies tonight are held to 2 hits, and they are shut out by Pedro Martinez and John Wetland.
Seat. Honored. John Wetland, bottom of the ninth with a 2-run lead. John Kruk at the plate, and Kruk cranks one out to tie it and send it to extra innings. Kruk, you'll recall, was happy to hear he had an abdominal strain because he confirmed he had abdominal muscles. Into the 11th inning, Will Cordero on third. Lou Frazier with the Baltimore chop. A little bit north of Baltimore. Doug Jones unsuccessful on the flip attempt. He's safe. Expos win it in 11-4-3. Montreal remains 5 games ahead of Atlanta in the National East with the best record in baseball. Larry Walker now has 44 doubles. That's only 2 shy of Warren Cromartie's team record, which has stood for 15 years.
Two outs, 2 on, 1-1 in the 4th, and Webster gets a rocket into center field past Fernando's glove. Here comes a go-ahead run. Barry scores from second on a single up the middle by Lenny Webster. The Expos got off to a 4-9 start. We're 8.5 games behind Atlanta on April 18th. Baseball night in America from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, and it's 3-1 Montreal to the bottom of the 9th. The Phillies are going to do some pinch hitting, and they're up against John Wetland. Kruk swings, hits a high fly ball to deep right field, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for John Kruk, and the Phillies tie this game in the 9th against John Wetland. And a high chopper. Doug Jones in, floors the ball to the plate with his glove, and Cordero scores. The ball is popped up, and on the right side, Lansing. That's the ball game. The Expos have beaten the Philadelphia Phillies in 11, 4-3. In 11 innings, the Expos over the Phillies 4-3. John Wetland with the win, and Doug Jones with a loss, a save for Jeff Shaw.
Montreal with a 5-game lead over Atlanta, National League East, and if indeed the players do go on strike next Friday, the Expos with a win today would clinch National League East at least before the strike date.
And they certainly deserve it because they've won 18 out of 20. Felipe Alou and his staff doing a great job. They have a good, well-balanced baseball team, and they have taken it to the Braves and gone way by them.
Line drive left field. That's a fair ball going all the way to the corner. Grissom will score. Fletcher is going to be waved around, although he stops on his own. A double for Cliff Floyd, and the Expos lead 1-0.
Ken Hill is a staff leader for the Montreal Expos with 15 wins, tying with Greg Maddux for tops in the National League, and one off his season high of a couple years ago when he won 16 games for the Expos.
Ground ball deep short. Cordero throws Reddy out, and this game is over. Montreal has swept the series, winning this afternoon by a score of 6-4. No runs, hits, errors, and nothing across for the Phils in the 9th. Montreal 6, Phillies 4. Back with the totals in a wrap in a moment.
Why? 6th inning. Sean Barry, the pop-up. And check out the fan. That fan. Right off the noggin. There's no crying in baseball. 7th inning. We're tied at 3. Moise Alou. Bobby Munoz. The offering to the center field wall. Lou Frazier comes in. 4-3 Expos. Alou 3 for 5. 2 runs, 2 RBIs. More trouble for Munoz. Next batter, former Philly, Darren Fletcher. Swings at strike 3. Mike Lieberthal, the former #1 pick, not throwing like a former #1 pick. Throws it right by John Kruk. Alou would score 5-3. The Expos add 1 more. The Phillies add 1 more, and your final is 6-4. Montreal swept the weekend series. They won 17 of their last 19. The Phils activated Mariano Duncan on.
Slam earlier. What does that have to do with today on the anniversary? 2 on for Alou, 1-0 Pirates. Hey, remember that trade. Steve Cook, the victim, 3-run homer. Alou's 22nd, and Cook says You traded him for Zane. Not that Zane has been chopped liver, but then John Wetland, who will tell you how he figures into this in a moment. Ninth inning, 2 on, 2 out, gets Don Slaught swinging. Wetland strikes out the side on the ninth. The Expos win 3-2. The other guy the Pirates gave Montreal in that Alou deal 4 years ago was Willie Green. A year and a half later, they traded Green to the Reds for John Wetland. Expos got Heredia, who won this. Top of the fifth, Mike Lansing at second. John Lieber is taken into right field. Lansing, send him, send him. Safe by a long shot. 2-1 Expos. Top of the sixth now against Lieber, Larry Walker. That is deep, and Carl, I don't think it's playable, albeit to the opposite field. Homer number 19 for Walker, 3-1 Expos. Grissom then comes back up with Lansing at second base again. 4 hits in the game right up through the middle, no chance. That plates Lansing 4-1 Expos. They go on to now 34 games over 500 as they beat the Pirates 4-3. Their 5th straight. Who was that? Ellis Valentine? I don't know. Expos win their 5th straight, 19 of 21 for them.
Larry Walker leads off, sends a fly ball to deep left field, an opposite field shot, and over the wall. It's a home run for Larry Walker, leading off the 6th inning. Walker goes the other way, connects on his 19th home run of the year, and gives Montreal a 3-1 lead.
Bottom of the second, 2 outs. Midray Cummings, a hot shot off Larry Walker's glove. Look at Mike Lansing. Turn the other way, bare hand onto Pedro. That's a heads-up play. Way to go, pitch. Way to be there. Top of the third, Moises Alou sending Denny Nagel's pitch deep to the gap in left center field. That's going to score Will Cordero easily for a 2-0 Expos lead. Montreal scored 3 in that 3rd inning. Later, though, the Pirates would threaten. Their half of the 5th, they had him stuffed with bucks. And Gary Varsho at the plate. More hot wood. The hot shot to Sean Berry, but he scoops it and gets to the bag before Andy Van Slyke can get there. An inning-ending double play. It was that kind of night for the Pirates and a great night for the Expos in a 4-0 victory. Martinez winning his 5th in a row. He's allowed only 8 hits in his last 2 starts, each of which lasted through the 8th inning. The win is the 9th straight for Montreal on the road.
Chopper. Doug Jones in, throws the ball to the plate with his glove, and Cordero scores.
Here's a drive deep into the air to left field. It's going to be up, and away. A home run for Moises Alou. Sends a fly ball to deep left field, an opposite field shot, and over the wall. It's a home run for Larry Walker, leading off the 6th inning.
All right, here's a pitch on the way, and Webb hits it hard to left field, way up there. That could be at the wall, to the wall, it's gone. A 3-run homer for Lenny Webster, and man, here come the Expos.
Rappeur suppléant et Spear a été coureur suppléant.